threat from Moscow. This weekend sees the UK release of Waltz with Bashir, an animated film about the war in Lebanon back in 1982. It's the latest in a growing number of films and comics that use cartoon to explore contentious political issues. Here's Howard Johnson.
Set against the backdrop of a burning Beirut, Waltz with Bashir is Ari Folman's animated memoir of the 1982 Israeli invasion of Lebanon. The film explores the trauma suffered by Folman after witnessing the massacre of Palestinian refugees at the hands of Christian militiamen. But why use a cartoon to tell a war story? Ron Ben Yashai reported on the conflict at the time and features in the film. He says the cartoon format opens the story to a wider audience.
This is the way the war in Iraq looks like. This is the way the war in Afghanistan looks like. This is the way a war in Lebanon, the first time and the second time. I covered all these wars, I can tell you. This is how they look like. And I think that the fact that you managed to do it in animation makes it universal and easier to be understood by younger audience.
What kind of a getup is that? What's with the punk shoes, huh? What punk shoes, ma'am? Those punk shoes.
Waltz with Bashir follows hot on the heels of the surprise hit Persepolis, Marjon Sartrapi's film about life growing up amid the turmoil of revolutionary Iran.
Michael Jackson, the ultimate symbol of Western decadence. No.
Before Persepolis hit the big screen, it started life as a graphic novel, followed in the vein of other successful works like Joe Sacco's Palestine and Art Spiegelman's Holocaust epic Maus, where the Nazis are drawn as cats, American soldiers as dogs, and the Jewish population as mice.
It's impossible to overstate the importance of the release of Maus. I mean, when it was released first 20 years ago, it really did inspire a whole new generation of cartoonists who are at the forefront of what's happening with graphic novels now, and indeed who are now pushing into other media such as film and animation.
Where did the missile hit, do you know?
Film critics say animation helps provide a comfortable distance between the audience and emotive subject matters.
When you've got complex and difficult stories like the invasion of Lebanon by Israel or the Iranian Revolution, these animation techniques give you a real distance from the stories. So that, for example, if you're listening to soldiers retelling their experiences of battle, you don't feel so brutalized by them and you don't feel like ascribing guilt immediately to them.
And it appears this approach to storytelling is being positively received by audiences. Waltz with Bashir has already won 6 awards and is tipped to be in the running for an Oscar next year. Howard Johnson, BBC News.
As we've been hearing this hour on BBC World News, the AFP wire service reporting that soldiers have fired shots at the presidential